Hello everybody, let's talk about preparing our web map in ArcGIS Online for data collection. So in the last segment we made sure we took our feature class and we published that to ArcGIS Online, and now I'm just going to pop over to ArcGIS Online and check to make sure it's there. So I'm going to log into ArcGIS Online using my ArcGIS credentials, and then once I'm logged in, I'm going to pop over to the Content tab. So on my Content tab, I should see my ArcGIS Online feature layer that was published earlier listed there. And notice that it's already been shared with the group. It's a good idea to check some things. So I usually come in here and I go View Details, and I'll pop through the details and just check out some of these settings here. So in my overview, for most of this is pretty standard stuff, but I'm going to go over to the Settings tab. So I'm going to click Settings, and I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm just going to make sure that Enable Editing is checked on. If you want to keep track of changes, you can go ahead and keep track, turn those on. That way you'll know who's been collecting data or editing data, but make sure that's all set up there. Make sure that you've got attributes and geometry clicked, and editors can see all features, editors can edit all features, and etc. etc. So that's about all you need for there. Once you've confirmed that, you can go ahead and go back to the content section, and what we'll need to do is we will need to share the feature layer with the group if it hasn't already been shared. If it has, then we will go ahead and click this little drop down beside our feature layer. Notice there's a service definition there as well. We'll ignore that for now, but on the feature layer we'll pop over to our little ellipses button there, and I'm going to go open in map viewer. So I'm going to open that feature class in a map viewer. Note that there is no data collected, it's just an empty feature class waiting to be used. So now I've got my feature layer loaded in a web map, and I don't need to do much more anything than just go to the Save and Open option and go Save As, and give my map a new name, and I'll call it Hydrants. And you can add in some tags and stuff like that if you want, but I'm just going to go Save, and now I've saved my feature layer inside a web map. Now I'm going to go back to the Content section, and I'm going to select or my upper left hand corner pane, I'm going to click Content, go back to my Content section, and I should see my new web map that's been listed there. So on this one, now I've got a web map that contains the feature layer, but I'll want to make sure I share my web map, because the web map is what is going to show up in the app. So I'll go to Edit Group Sharing, and I'll make sure that if I've got a group that I need to share it with, I'll go ahead and click that Apply, and then say Save. So what you should see if you're ready for data collection is that your web map is shared with the group, and your feature layer also has to be shared with the group. And once you've got that set up, you should be able to open up your ArcGIS field maps and see your app listing your new web map, and you can open up that web map and start collecting data. All right, and that's about it. Thanks everybody.